Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we will be doing something very different. We will be making a wig. I've never made a wig on my channel before. Today will be my first one, so I hope you enjoy it. So to make this wig, you are going to need canvas head or mannequin head, T-pins, scissors, needle and thread, and you are going to need the hair bundles. To make a 360 lace frontal wig, you do not need 4 bundles of hair, but a crazy person like me, I love big and full hair, so I will try my best to like put all the 4 bundles in this wig. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. And the cap that I'm using is dome cap. Make sure when you place the wig, no, not the wig, the lace frontal on the cap or on the head, make sure it does not stop exactly where the cap stops. Make sure it's like an inch or an inch and a half below the cap, and just secure it so it doesn't move with your T-pin. Once you've done that, move to the back, fix it very well, and do the same thing, secure with the T-pin as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the hair out of the ponytail. Make sure there's no hair on the cap or on the lace itself. Make sure everything is like nice and neat. So now we're gonna start sewing the frontal onto the cap. So you want to make sure you don't start right at the bottom where the hairline begins or ends, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure you sew the edges all around, like that will help you or will help the hair bundles lay a little bit, well, not a little bit, but will lay flatter on the wig when you're done. I messed up a little bit right there, but I will go ahead and sew right on top of it. Make sure you sew in like when you're about to start sewing, make sure you made about 3 knots so it's nice and secure before moving, because you don't want the last thing you want is for the thread to start coming out after you make the wig or a few days after you start wearing the wig. And now I'm just gonna keep sewing all around and make sure I like to make a knot. Basically what I do is I take the needle and pass it through the thread, like the middle. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I just pass it right through it so it can be nice and secure. I do that to all my sewings. I don't know why, but just more secure, like for me, like that. So when I get to the beginning where I start sewing, I usually sew right on top of it again. Since it was the beginning, you never know, anything can happen, just to make sure it's nice and secure and the thread will not start coming out when you are wearing it for just 2 days. And again, I am using 4 bundles of hair to make this wig. You do not need 4 bundles of hair to make a 360 lace frontal. But because I want my hair to be very full and very big, that's why I'm using 4 bundles. I actually do not know how I'm going to fit all that 4 bundles into this wig, but I'm going to make it work. I will make sure I sew all the wefts very, very close to each other. Like that, it will help me put all 4 bundles in. So what I do to start sewing is I will put the needle and thread through the cap and the lace, and then I will put it inside the mouth of the hair weft and make about 3 to 4 knots Make sure it's nice and secure. Sew right on top of it again and keep on sewing. And again, I always make sure I make about 3 knots every time I pass the needle through the hair and the cap. Like that, it gives it more security. So I do not like to cut my hair weft when I'm sewing like that. It helps it not to shed too much as well. What I do, I just flip it over. So because I don't want no bump or let me just say I want the hair to lay very flat. What I do is I will take the first top weft and sew that on a cap. Then I will take the second one and sew it on separately as well. And after that, I will take both of them and sew both of them together a couple of times the same area. Like that, it helps the hair to lay very, very flat when you're done making your wig. And again, I'm going to go ahead and do that same flip method. Take the top weft, sew it on to the cap, and take the second one, sew it. Make sure you secure it. Make a knot, like about 3 knots. Sew it on top of it, and take both of them, sew it together, and you just keep on sewing. Okay, now I am on my second bundle. I'm just gonna do the same thing as what like what I did in the beginning. Just take the needle, put it through the cap, and put it through the hair, and make sure it's nice and secure, and keep on sewing. Making a wig takes a lot of patience and a lot of work. You will mess up at some point, but just be very gentle and very patient with it. And yeah, that's all you need, patience. Okay, now I am going to cut the weft. The reason why I did that is because we are getting close to the top part. So as you're getting closer to the top part with the lace frontal or 360 lace frontal, you need to start sewing in a straight line. Before I was curving it. The reason why I was curving it is because when you let the hair fall out into your face, you have a lot of hair onto your face instead of it all going backward. You will have a lot of hair on your face. Not a super lot that you cannot control, but you know, it will look more believable and it will look nicer like that. So now I'm gonna start sewing in a straight line, very straight. Make extra knots just to make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm gonna flip over doing that same method. Take the top part, sew it down, take the second one, sew it on top of it, take both of them and sew it together like that. It will lay very, very flat when you are done. Okay, now this is our last track to sew. With this one, what you want to do is you want to make sure you sew it very, very close to the beginning or the lace, like where the hair start on the lace. You want to sew that track very close to it. The reason why is because um, after when it's done and you flip the closure or the frontal on it, it will look, it will lay flat instead of having like a gap, or instead of having some kind of bump in the middle. It will look really, really flat. You will see what I'm talking about in a minute. Just make sure you secure it, you secure the sewing, make a lot of knots if you can. Sew it a few times, make sure it's nice and secure, nice and tight. Yay, so I managed to put almost all the 4 bundles onto this baby. Yes. So here's a finished look. I'm just combing it out to make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay, now I'm gonna take the wig off the mannequin head, and we are going to cut off that extra fabric left on the cap. When cutting off the fabric, make sure you do not cut too close to the stitches, because like that it can you can mess up the wig and you're gonna have to start all over again. So make sure you don't cut too close to the stitches. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will be making another video on how I will be bleaching the nuts, and how I am going to style this hair. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and do not forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.